Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how apparently Jade deserves her purple lightsaber more than Mace Windu according to Screen Rant. So let's give this a read. Mace Windu was the first to use a purple lightsaber, but that doesn't mean he was the most worthy one, as the honor goes to Luke Skywalker's wife. Mace Windu famously had a purple lightsaber during the Star Wars prequel trilogy, and he was the first Jedi to ever be shown wielding one. That he wouldn't be the last, as Luke Skywalker's future wife, Jade, also had a purple lightsaber. However, the difference was that Jade actually served her more than Mace Windu. And for those of you who doesn't know, Jade is a character that was introduced in Legends, was considered now as Legends, which was canon before Disney took over. And Mara Jade pretty much started out as an assassin hired by the Emperor, and then after the downfall of the Empire, eventually Mara Jade turned to the light, married Luke Skywalker, gave birth to Ben Skywalker, and then got killed by the Legends version of Kylo Ren, being Darth Caddus, being the son of Leia and Han. I did a comparison between Kylo Ren and Darth Caddus because I feel like Disney tried to take inspiration from Legends when in the creation of Kylo Ren, saying, "Oh yeah, Han and Leia had a child that went to the dark side. We're gonna have Han and Leia turn to the dark, like in Legends. They had a child that went to the dark side in Legends. Yeah, we're going to use that concept in this as well." But the only difference between those two is that Disney didn't have the son call himself Sith, Darth, whatever. And I do, even though I shit on the sequels a lot, I do appreciate that because Anakin was supposed to be the one who brought balance to the Force by defeating the Sith, right? And so I do appreciate that Ben Solo, when he turned to the dark side, didn't call himself Darth Ren or Darth Kylo. He called himself Kylo Ren. So I do appreciate at least that aspect of the sequel trilogy. Anyways, okay, so yeah, Mara Jade was Luke Skywalker's wife in Legends. As far as we know, to this day, unless if Disney changes it, Luke Skywalker has no wife in current canon. But like I said, that's unless if Disney changes it. So, the purple lightsaber originated as a request by the actor who played Mace Windu, Samuel L. Jackson, to Star Wars creator George Lucas, seemingly due to Jackson's preferred aesthetic on screen. But after that, the purple lightsaber became an official part of Star Wars lore, and thus needed a reason. The swing went black on my end, so I'm going to repeat what I just said in case the audio messed up. But after that, the purple lightsaber became an official part of Star Wars lore, and thus needed a reason behind its coloring. The green and blue lightsabers represent different skill sets in the Jedi, but are based entirely in the light side of the Force. To have the purple lightsaber, one has an affinity with both the light and dark sides of the Force, and it's rooted by a morally uncertain person. The one will still choose the light side at the end of the day. For this reason, Mara Jade is way more suited to have a purple blade than Windu. Mara Jade is Star Wars' perfect purple lightsaber wielder, not Mace. In Star Wars, Mara Jade, by the Empire hand of Timothy Zahn, Michael A. Stackpole, and Carlos Escria, readers are introduced to Mara Jade, not as the wife of Luke Skywalker, but as a personal Force-sensitive assassin of Emperor Palpatine. In the first issue, Mara is on a mission to kill Luke Skywalker by the Emperor before she is called away because the Emperor changed his mind and decided he would try to seduce Luke to the dark side rather than have him killed. So Mara set off on another mission for Palpatine, one that involves taking out a high-ranking gangster who has grown big enough to threaten certain factions of the Empire. By the end of the series, Mara Jade is able to take out her target, and she does so with her purple lightsaber. Mara Jade is not the first person to wield a purple lightsaber since Mace Windu, but she's the first person truly worthy to do so. Mace Windu has been shown time and again as a stickler for the Jedi, for the rules of the Jedi Order, and it proved that to be one of the most devoted lightsiders, right, on the Jedi Council. But because he was expert in Fat Pad, which is a technique that effectively uses someone's dark side against them in a battle by allowing it to travel through one's own body, technically he's wielding the dark side when battling a Sith or any Darksider. But Windu doesn't call upon it. There is no uncertainty within Mace Windu, as Fatpad only proves his own self-confidence in his control of the light side of the Force. Meanwhile, Mara Jade is the epitome of what the purple lightsaber stands for. Mara Jade began her Star Wars career as a Force-wielding assassin for the Emperor before ending it as the wife of Luke Skywalker, along with being one of his fellow Jedi. She represents the perfect person who should have the purple lightsaber, and she never allowed herself to fall completely to the dark side, and she still used the Force to murder people in the name of the Emperor, but by turning to the light side, she proved that she could practice in both forms of the Force, and still can choose the light side at the end of the day. Which is exactly the type of person who should wield a purple lightsaber. While both technically meet the requirements for carrying a purple lightsaber, it's fair to argue that Luke Skywalker's wife, Mara Jade, deserves hers more than Mace Windu. And to be fair, after that, I can understand why they were saying that. And maybe Mace Windu, you can say that maybe Mace Windu carried, Count Dooku, joining the dark side as baggage. And he carried that for, a while. And that kind of, brought a dark side out of him. And he kind of struggled a bit. Which makes him a fair candidate for a purple lightsaber, but at the same time, I can see their reasoning why Mara Jade deserves the purple lightsaber a bit more. Now, if they do go the arc where somehow Mace survived the events of Revenge of the Sith, then that begs a question. At this point, who is really worthy of the purple lightsaber? More worthy, I should say. Mace Windu, who got his arm cut off, shot through the window, pretty much saw that everything he lived, he knew, gone. Yet still choose the dark light side if he still chooses the light side. Him pretty much going through a personal hell and still choosing the light side if he deserves the light side, purple lightsaber more, or Mara Jade being the person who served the Emperor as an assassin, killed a lot of people, and maybe Mace Windu killed a lot of people too, in a time of darkness. Maybe like Mara Jade, like switching to lightsaber, becoming one of the fellow Jedi, makes her still more worthy. So I don't know. But it does bring up a very interesting um, um, argument or debate on which between those two characters deserves the lightsaber more, Mace or Mara. So it's not the question of the day. With that said, what do you beautiful people have to say? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind of one another. I will talk to you fellow mentions later, and may the force be with us all.